Hey YouTube, welcome back. It's Andrew, stuntman, actor, performer, athlete, and coach. And welcome back. And I just wanted to say thank you for always staying in tune and keeping in touch with these videos. And today's going to be a tough video. Today I'm talking about a tough topic. I recently had a friend who was diagnosed with ALS, and he's a good friend of mine. He was a former CFL player. His name is Glenn. He's such an awesome, humble, chill guy. He's so quiet and just a gentle giant, and he's a giant. I'm 5'5", 130 pounds. I'm kind of small. I'm like the average size of a chick in North America. Haha, you can laugh, I get it. But like, this guy's a giant. He's like a foot taller than me and like two something, like 230, 240. Like, he's huge. And he ended up doing a lot of work in film as a double for Superman and Lois, and yeah, he did a lot of work, man. Like, he went out to Toronto and did some work out there. I think it was Shadow Hunters or something like that. He did a lot of work, and it's like I hear that he's 35 years old, and normally people that get diagnosed with this are 50, and it's an incurable ailment, and it slowly deteriorates your mobility and your ability to speak and your ability to function and do things in life. And dude, it's like, for somebody who was working in films of superheroes, and he is a superhero build, and people in my department, it's like, we're all retired athletes. We're all retired, like, Olympians or pros in some sort of like high performance field. And it's like, it already was so much to get here. And my heart really goes out to him. I got to give him a call later today. Like, I shared his GoFundMe campaign on Facebook to raise some money to help him and his family. And I'm going to put the link in this video. And it's a lot to take in, man. Like, it's crazy how life works sometimes, because sometimes life just wants to, you don't pick and choose who's going to be and what's going to be and when's going to be, right? So that's a dear friend of mine. Like, okay, so I know this guy for a long time, right? Like, when I moved to Vancouver with a whole bunch of other people, there was a whole group of us like 5-6 years ago. We all just moved and we were pursuing stunts, and we were all like those people. And I was coaching in a particular gym at a gymnastics facility where I was teaching people air awareness and falls, and that's what I helped the people in the community with. And yeah, it's just, I met Glenn through there, and he was like part of, like, all the football guys and all like the basketball people and all like the really tall giant versions of our stunt department, because all of us, we can't be the same size, we can't be the same people. We're all different cultures, we're all different sizes, we play all different characters, right? So those guys would normally play like the bad guys in the movies, like the Rock movies, or like Jason Statham movies, things like that, you know what I mean? Jason Momoa movies. Like, here out in Vancouver, those guys play those bad guy roles, or play those like stunt acting bad guy roles, or stunt actor good guy roles that help the good guys in the films. So Glenn did a lot of that, and he was just starting out at the time. And I remember it was just like, I'd teach him all these cool, like, I tried to teach him all these cool tricks, and he would like struggle with a cartwheel. It was really awesome. But eventually he evolved really well. Like, his kickboxing got really good. He didn't really do much of the acrobatic stuff. He realized he didn't really have to do much of that. It was mostly the falls, going and falling on mats. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, big guys don't really, it's not required to do fancy stuff when you're that big. You just need to know some good MMA and you're great. And he trained his butt off, and he got so good, man. And it's just like, yeah, I just wanted to share some 3 points with you today, just about life in general, and just like, yeah, well, first, of course, the main point is start a YouTube channel, because like the only way that you could document these things and like really share your journal, I find the best journals now are this. I try to write them. I can't, I could lose those books. I could lose those journals. They could be in storage, and then I can't pay my storage, and they're auctioned out and thrown away, or they could be at a friend's house, and then we have a falling out and they're gone and throw away. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many ways to lose written, tactile stuff, but like here on YouTube I could document these journals and journeys. So yeah, today's journal and documented journal and journey of YouTube's video that I'm creating to motivate you to start your YouTube is just the importance of life, right? So the importance of cherishing friends. Cherish your friends, cherish the people around you at the time, you know, cherish the people that are there, and you know, the people that you're going to run into and interact with, right? Like when I met Glenn, I asked all about him. He was a former CFL player, man. Like he played CFL. He did, like, man, that's dope. Like out here in Canada, that's pretty badass. That's the same thing as like being an NFL star, but they're not as glorified and like seen as gladiators like they are out in over the border, right? But still, he went out and he played football. Like I remember I played football in high school, and I was a small person in high school, right? Like I think the bigger people were like 6'2" right? But this is a new generation. These kids are massive, right? But when I played high school, I got decked and roughed up and messed up, and football was difficult. I didn't last one season, but I lasted, right? And this guy became a professional in that and played seasons and retired. Like that's mind blowing. Anytime I meet somebody that's like a professional athlete in that field, where it's like you're on like the, you know, the pillars of like the main like audience or stage like that, that's massive. Mad respect to you, dude. Like, and then to all the other athletes out there getting it, that's kudos to you. Like when I was a pro, I was just doing flips in theaters and like stuff for like social media when it's new, you know what I mean? Marketing campaigns and stuff like that, right? And film, you know, like, wow, power to those people, man. Power to those people, okay? Celebrate their presence. Share how your friend has inspired you, brought joy into your life, and taught you valuable lessons. So Glenn and his friend Paul both taught me an awesome lesson, which was, you know, like, keep building, and it's okay to fall, and it's all right to try new things and keep exploring, and it doesn't matter what your size. And if you know, like when they came and tried out all that acrobatic stuff, they were clunky and uncoordinated in that world because it was new to them. But then when I went and trained with Paul and Glenn, they schooled the hell out of me. Those football drills, bro, they had me doing basic speed footwork drills. Like we're talking about like penultimate step, switch marks, L cuts. We're talking about fade backs and run throughs. We're talking about, bro, they had me doing no ball. They had me just doing the footwork plays of like what the wide receiver would do in a professional setting. They had me doing all this cool stuff, bro. We spent a couple days like just training like that. And you know, that was a real eye-opener for me, because when we got into that, I was like mind blown, because they were just putting me into that. And that's what I realized was the best thing about it. It's like we were connecting at another level. And after all of that, I realized like this was just a bigger campaign that we had to go for. So yeah, getting schooled in soccer and football like that was really good. So football, not soccer, football, right? Because yeah, those drills were incredible. Like I never thought I'd get schooled like that. And it was more than I expected. It was actually mind blowing to think that I would be something part of like that special in that community, right? So there were tough times because you know, with these times when you see like all these athletes going through their stuff and us pursuing our things, like you realize like we're going through like so much more than expected, right? So just keep in mind that like yeah, through these tough times we have to keep our friendships tight, and through the darkest times, you know, those friends, despite their struggles, shows, you know, the meaning of strength and resilience. And that's what we are. We got to stay strong and stay resilient through those connections. And you know, like we're living in an awesome time right now. I think AI and like advanced medics, they say it's irreversible but incurable, but who knows, man? We're living in a wild time and anything is possible. So that's one thing I just wanted to reach out to you guys and tell you about. Like just reach out to your friends and let them know, right? And encourage viewers to reach out to your friends and appreciate them like you can. So like today I'm going to reach out to Glenn. I'm going to call him and let him know that I love him and care about him a lot. You know, he means the world to me, man. He's, you know, he showed me like I played football, but I didn't play football. Like I didn't get like the drills like hardcore. Like we didn't even do training. We didn't do weights or nothing. They just showed me like, these are the football drills. We're going through these now. This is how you make your feet great. Because I had good kicking ability and good boxing ability, kickboxing ability, but like my footwork for like, I wanted to fine tune my footwork because I wanted to be cleaner for my stunt fighting, right? Like clean hands come from clean feet, right? And I didn't have a good retreat game. I didn't have a good awareness for like slipping and dodging. So that's what I did. I did a whole bunch of football drills with these guys. Okay, so treasure those moments every time that you go look back and think about like a friend who's going through something or a friend who's battling through an ailment. Just like treasure those moments and think about like how you're going to get through that. How are you going to make it in those difficult times? You know, like, and that's how you make it. You just reflect back and you think like, yo man, that was a very special moment. That's like something that I want to do more often. And you know, like life is difficult now, things have changed, and you know, we're adults now. When you grow up, things change. It's not like when you're kids where you could just call them and then bam, you know, you have that immediate connection, right? No, it's like when you're adults, it's tough. You got to call, and sometimes you could Zoom, sometimes it just has to be in a quick audio call, sometimes you got an hour for a buddy, who knows what it is. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta like figure out what like how you could coordinate that time to really like cherish those moments and remember those great memories, right? Highlight specific memories you've shared with your friends, like your achievements or fun times together, to remind them to savor the moments, right? And I remember that Glenn and I and Paul and all these stunt guys signed up to this like tiny little like stunt campaign where we like all competed against each other. Like first we went through a strict training regime with Sifu Kirk. Sifu's a stunt coordinator for another thing. I mean, that's a whole different story. But anyway, we signed up to this gentleman's campaign, and sorry Sifu, and we it was like pretty much like 3 days where like first 2 days were training, and the third day was like the first day was intense training. The second day was like we have teams, so we have partners, and we create a fight scene between the two of us. And the third day is we showcase it, and whoever wins, the stunt coordinator is giving me a round of applause. So there's nothing incredible, but there was like 4 or 5 stunt coordinators there, so it was great. What I'm getting at is when I went through this, like Paul was there, all these people were there. Like I teamed up with my buddy Kai, and we created our fight scene. Out of all the people, I think it was like 50 or 60 people there. Dude, I'm not lying to you. My buddy Kai and I won that. We kept up with all the intense training, and then not only that, we did the weapon stuff, we did the Cali stuff, we did the knife stuff, we did everything. And then we went right into, guess what, the fight scenes with the duos. Kai and I went there and we created a fight scenario where it was like 3 different scenes. So it wasn't just one scene where bad guy, good guy, and then they fought and they tried to do cool stuff and died. No, we first came in like video game characters. We came in, boom, we came in. He had one style, I think it was Kung Fu, and I had karate, and then we fought, went down, stood up, reset. Then I did capoeira, and then he did what was it? He did like I think ninjutsu, and then we fought, boom, 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 and then died, and then came back up, and then he did, I think his final form was like karate or shuriken karate or something. And then I did like martial arts tricking XMA. So then we fought, and then boom, died. And the thing is, the way that we did it all, we orchestrated and created it as a choreography to showcase not only our skills but our creativity, showcase all the range of our talent and what we could do. So that created something very memorable for all the stunt community at the time when we did that. Glenn was there and Paul was there. And they came up and they really loved it. They really, really loved it. And a lot of people did, right? So that was a memory that we all cherished. I remember Paul and Glenn were like doing their fight scenes, and they did really well for themselves because Paul's an MMA guy. He crushed the fight scene. And then Glenn was learning MMA, and he was just finding his beats at the time. But, you know, like it was really cool to remember those great moments, you know? Like that's what brought us all together, you know? So that's how you grow the community. That's how you like cherish those moments, right? So yeah, no, like when I also like hit up his social media, I like also see like his videos and photos of like him playing football and like his passion to be that professional in his field, right? And that reminds me every moment that like you've got to be, and myself have to be passionate, committed in our field, right? We have to keep pressing and keep moving forward, and you know, there's nobody out there that's gonna like motivate us but us. And If you see friends and if you surround your friends with great people like Glenn and Paul and great performers in my community in the stunt world, you'll realize that like you could find the motivation just from what they do, right? Like every time I look at these guys, I'm just like, damn, I got to do better. I got to post better. I got to train harder. I got to develop better. I got to coach better. I got to be a better person. I got to give back more. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, I urge you to create a document and start creating these YouTube videos of meaningful experiences of you and your loved ones, because that's part of it, man. You want to journal all this on YouTube and you want to create this, right? So, yeah, let's start journaling it and let's start creating it, okay? So I'm going to go into point number 3, okay? So, life's delicate nature. Life is a delicate and very precious thing. It comes and it goes, and anything could happen at any moment, and who knows what, right? So, it, these are tough times, and when you hear your friends fall through these tiny little things or these life altering things, it makes you realize how fragile you are yourself as an individual, because at any moment you might be in any situation, you know. So just keep your head up and keep going and keep training, and you know, just know that like you could do it out there. There's a world out there for you to crush, and no one's gonna hold you back, right? And we could do this together as a team and as a family. And I honestly don't think that there's anything in this world that could like get in my way, right? I am totally motivated to just go out and just crush it, you know. And with Glenn's posts and with his history and what's going on now, he's just gonna motivate me more to go out and make this notice to everybody else out there, to let them know that this is like a serious thing. So I just love you all to just be aware of it and just cherish your friends, and that's what's really important, right? So ALS has taught me that health, time, and love are fragile gifts. Every day is an opportunity, and show kindness and gratitude to your fellow brother and sister. And you know, I may not get along with a lot of people in my personal life. It's just, you know, decisions that I made personally. That was my actions, and I know that I have to be the bigger man later in this year and just fess up and own up to a lot of things. But it isn't about me, it's about Glenn. And that's something that I realized, that my challenges are nothing compared to what he's going through right now. And I have another friend going through another thing. I'm going to talk about him in the next video. But no, but Glenn's like, you know, he's just going through some stuff right now, and I know he needs all the help he could get. And he's surrounded by loved ones and family. I think he's out in the south of America. He's probably in like South Carolina or something. I can't remember. Maybe he's doing like real estate in Arizona, so he had to stop doing that. I can't remember. But he's still a stunt performer. Like I said, we all have different hats that we have to wear, and we just, you know, we chase the money wherever it is. And if we could try to survive, and when film calls us, we get called, right? So yeah, look up ALS and just see like it's just see its effects, and just like there's a lot more people affected by it than you think. And it's just shocking. It's shocking that he got it at 35 at such a young age. You know, you expect to get it around 50, like, you know. So, you know, we're hitting that age. You know, I'm 42 now. I'm 42 in June, and I got to start thinking more smartly, right? I got to be more wise about how I train and how I crash, how I wreck, you know. So it's all about just being aware, right? Okay, so encourage to support your friends. Oh yeah, he has a GoFundMe, so I'm gonna get that GoFundMe link to the bottom of this video. And if you have friends going through the same thing too, create that YouTube channel and put their GoFundMes in your links and tell people to help. You remember, like you know, like if you're doing this to get those views and get the subscribers and all that, show that you have a heart, show that your friends matter, and show that they care, right? Like that's so important. That's how you grow as a human being. Show that they value, right? Like I don't really care about the money. If I get ads off of this, great. But if you could donate to Glenn's GoFundMe cause, I'd really appreciate that, right? And we just want to make this easier and spread awareness to our community about anybody that's going through the ALS struggle. And you know, Glenn, I love you, man. I know you got to go through this, and you aren't going through this alone. And you got friends, you got loved ones, and you know, I'm there forever, bro. Like, you know, it sucks, you know, but life is here, and we got to face it. And the good thing is, I honestly think that we're in a great time with the medical advancements that we have in our life. I think that things are going to go great. Like, with the combination of AI, robotics, and the intelligence of human beings now, like human beings are so much smarter than what they were 30 years ago, 40 years ago, right? Especially the ones that take the time to get smarter. Not everybody in general. I'm saying the ones that have taken the time and are gifted to get smarter. Those people are an incredible advantage over a lot. So, you know, I think there's going to be some hope. And, you know, for now, we just have to go through this day by day as a community. And I know a lot of great things are going to happen. I have a positive feeling about how everything's going to work out. And, you know, yeah. I love you guys. I love each and every one of you. If you have any struggles or journeys that you're going through, put it in the comments. You know, I'm always down. I'd love to respond back and let you know about how things are going. If you'd like to donate to Glenn's cause, please do it. I'd really appreciate it. Please, I really, really appreciate it. Like and subscribe. I'd like that too. But, you know, first let's focus on Glenn, because this video was like a really heartfelt video. It was, I had to really think about like all the topics and concepts and how like just point form it and just let you know that really value life, cherish life. You know, life is very precious, and nothing is guaranteed, right? So, you know, your friends, the ones that really love you, the ones that, you know, like when you reach out to a friend and say, yo, I love you, man, you mean the world to me. It's like, that means like, you know, like not a lot of people would know your struggle and know to say that in an appropriate way. Right. Okay, so you guys be good, be safe. Watch out for crazies. There's a lot of those out there. And I just want to say I love each and every one of you, and let's just go out there and get it. You know, it's 2025. Start your YouTube channel and use that YouTube channel to journal your life and document like things like ALS and bring awareness to it, and document things like great memories that you had with your friends like Glenn and Paul and all those people in your life that you personally have. Like, I know I have those two in my life. They're awesome. But yeah, let's get it this year, and you know, let's spread the love and spread the positivity. It's a time to send the voice out. There's 2.7 billion active viewers on YouTube, and that means that once you have that video out, it's out there forever, and people will see it, people will hear it. A lot of people will love it if it's a positive thing. A lot of people would snipe it if it's kind of boring, but you know what? Who cares? That's the game. Okay, but anyway, like, subscribe, stay out of trouble, and support Glenn's cause. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.